My name is Aseem Jain, and we are going to learn about a very important topic, which is how to take backup of the collections. So, whenever we work on any database or before we screw up any collection, this is really important to take its backup. So, what Mongo has to offer, let's try to see that. So, I am in the database which is called as pcat_new, and inside it I have few collections, which is products collection. So first, before doing anything, let's try to count, because this is really important to before tweaking anything. You should ensure that the number of records are intact, they are same, you haven't lost any of the records while taking backup or translating it from one to another. So currently it is 12. We have 12 records here in this collection. Now Mongo previous versions have this command which is called as clone. So in which, if you will do the clone database, it would take the source and the destination. So source would be your products database, probably here, and the destination would be probably similar. Oh, you can name it anything. So we'll say products clone, prod clone, for example, and then we'll do the enter. So this has some issues, this command, and that's why it got deprecated, because it was not reliable enough. So it doesn't work properly. So that's why there are some other better ways of doing the same thing, which we will cover it in a moment. That is kind of a workaround or a way of doing the same thing. So how do we do this is, so let's do a count again. This is the count. Now there is something which is called as find, and find gives us a cursor. So we'll create a variable and we will call it as cursor. You can name it anything, and then db dot whatever is your collection name, and then you can say dot find. So once you do this, what is happening essentially is you will get a cursor, and cursor will have the whatever are the results. Let's say there were 12 or 200 documents that will go in the cursor. Now we'll loop over the cursor. So in the previous tutorials or the lectures, if you might have gone through, you already know that this is a pure JavaScript console. So whatever JavaScript looping or anything whichever works mm, outside in JavaScript world, mostly they will work here. So we'll just use a normal JavaScript for loop, and inside that we will have a function. So this is our for each, and inside for each we can have our function. This function will have the body here. Now we can give any temporary name. So what happens whenever it is looping, the single object is called as doc. Instead of calling it as doc, you can say anything else. Let's say obj. It stands for object. So now you can fire another command, which is db dot, and you know in Mongo that if collection is not there and you try to insert something, Mongo creates that collection for you and inserts data into it. So I want to take the backup. So I'll say products backup. This would be the new name, and then I will try to do a insert, and then I can say obj. So obj, which means whatever object, when we are iterating the object which are coming from here, they will go inside it one by one. And let's try to do this. So there are no errors, nothing. So let's see if we have our new collection. Now just to validate, initially we checked the number here was 12. If the backup has been taken down successfully in here, number of collection should remain same. So we'll do products backup dot count, it is 12. Just to revalidate, we'll say product dot count, this is same. So this is how it works to take the backup. Since there is no straightforward way of taking the backup in the Mongo, this trick will help you to take backup. Thanks for watching, and for any other question related to backing up, imports, anything, you can get back to me or drop me an email or leave a comment. There is another way of doing the import and export as well, to achieve the same thing, but for that you need to leave the Mongo console, and if it is secure database, production database, it's not advisable to do that, taking the copies outside the of actual data. So in that case, this is the most efficient way, because you are in the cursor, you have the access to whatever you need, and you can take the real-time backup then and there. Thanks for watching.